can. And the empty can actually doesn't test supraspinatus strength. So you will see many people do it. We were certainly taught it. It's not a valid test at all. Okay? So you need to not perpetuate the empty can. So I'm not even going to show it to you. If you hear those words, bring garlic to the clinic. Okay? So for the supraspinatus, do you have any shoulder problems? So what is the primary action in supraspinatus? It's abduction again. Okay? So again, can you just take your shoulder and come up? Now you always want to mirror. So if I want him to move his right arm, I'm not going to move my right arm. That's just confusing. So you're always going to do it on the same side. I know.
You're fine.
So then we're going to have him come back up into this position. And then what Dr. Petto doesn't believe is that the rotator cuff, or that the supraspinatus in particular, has any rotation component. He teaches as primary abductor, correct? At least that's what he's done in the past. There is some lateral rotation component to the supraspinatus. So we're going to get into that same test position here. We're going to actually resist in two places for this one, because I thought that rest were too easy for you. So we're going to resist the abduction here and resist the lateral rotation here. Now, as you saw with Lindsay, go ahead and lecture him. One of the muscles that can compensate for that abduction is the upper trap, and we want to get the upper trap out of the picture. So what do you know about muscles and creating force? What could we do to the upper trap to get it out of the picture?
Shorten it.
We could either lengthen it or shorten it, right? The problem with lengthening it is we do have, it's not going to be able to produce its maximal force, but the passive properties of the muscles will help pull it in. So shortening it is going to tend to be what we're going to do. So for the supraspinatus, I'm going to have you tilt your head this way, because now I've shortened the upper trap on that side. Okay? So I'm going to have you come in this position. And so I've already tested full range abduction. Now I want you to hold your arm there and don't let me move it. I'm going to be pushing your arm down this way and this way, all at the same time. Okay? Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Get a little premature resistance there.
I wasn't sure what you were going to do.
And relax. Okay? Right? So that is tricky, that you're having to apply both of those resistances at once. Okay? Now, upper trap, you're going to have, we're going to test that very same muscle. So we're going to put it in a shortened position. And I'm going to have you look away. There you go. And then can you turn your shoulder up too? There you go. Okay, and hold it there. Don't let me pull it up. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. Look at me. Shrug your shoulders up for me. That's not symmetrical. What are you doing? Come on. Okay, there you go. So that's another thing is, I won't name names. Posture is really important. For manual muscle testing, they have to be in an erect posture or you're going to get a falsely low reading for their strength. So you do need to make sure they're sitting. That said, we tend to not manual muscle test shoulder with their back supported in the chair. So some of you are in the chair, have them step away from that back of the chair a little bit. Okay? All right, now I'm going to have you in test position, which is pull your shoulder up, head up, away. Yep. Okay, now hold it there. Don't let me pull you apart. Okay, relax. Okay? Sound effects are free. So, again, you're going to manual muscle test that the same way. Now, for the, let's go back to supraspinatus. If he didn't have full available range for abduction, even though in our mind we're testing supraspinatus, we're going to have him go onto the table and do the gravity eliminated just like we did for anterior delt. They're both abductors. Okay? For upper trap, it would be very unusual to have less than a 5. It could happen. So what position would you put someone for gravity eliminated for upper trap? Supine. Okay? So have them supine and have them elevate their shoulder again. All right? So those two, we're going to do supraspinatus and then upper trap. Okay? All right.